right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I can't really have too much energy right now because I ain't gonna say I kind of just worked out, but I kind of just did like something I'm supposed to be resting my body, so I don't want to be too loud. And I want to. Oh, I thought I saw something in the corner, but I just want to chill. I don't want to really bring too much energy into this. Uh, but since it's October, aka spooky season, I figured I should react to some horror stories. Not I don't know if I can say that word, but not horror, like scary, and not the women, that. But I figured I should start reacting to some. Hey, if y'all want some more, let me know. I'll react to some more. But this is six true babysitter horror stories animated. To be honest, from my perspective, I never really had a babysitter. I never really had a babysitter. It was just like any typical black kid that grew up like with real black parents and like in the early 2000s. The main rule was you ain't getting no babysitters. Lock the door. Don't answer it for nobody unless it's her. That was the whole rule. We didn't have no. Only time my mom really got a babysitter if she really needed to. But like her just going to the store and just like her going to the store and we want to stay home. Like yeah, we can stay home. But like only time like we really had a babysitter or someone to watch over us. Anytime she did, like it would be like my grandma or somebody. But it wasn't really no big babies. It's not even babysitters. It's just somebody watching me. Like I never had a babysitter. Like, my mom didn't really believe that. We always had a grandma that lived like she didn't even live far from us. She was like right it was walkable distance. It was like a 20-minute walk. If you was running, it's 10 minutes. Like if you trying to speed walk, it's 15. But if you just regularly walking, then it's like 20. But she wasn't that far from us, like at all. Like she lived close to us, and we used to like we either walked, rode our bikes, or we just used to go there if she really like had to get a babysitter. But yeah, I can't really relate to the story because I never really had a babysitter, and we never really had a babysitter. It was all my family. I don't know. I ain't gonna talk no more. Let's get into this reaction video.
An 11-year-old child should never know the trauma of what occurred 7 Septembers ago. It was one day before spooky season, September 30th. I was babysitting my best friend's child, Dominic. I called him Dommy. I knew Dommy his whole life. I was even at the hospital when he was born. He called me Aunt Claire.
Oh no, you ain't his friend. Like you that day you're not his friend no more. Like your friend, like that's basically like your family. Like if you was there to witness their kid being born, like you're not their family no more. You're beyond that. You're family now. Your family. This is your auntie or uncle now. You're beyond family.
Short for Carissa. I kept him once before, but it was short-lived. He was struck with a stomach bug, and I ended up taking him home. This time though, Dommy was healthier and happier than ever, excited to stay with me. I lived in a small cottage-style home with 3 bedrooms. It was located at the end of a spacey cul-de-sac, giving me the privacy that I craved. Behind my house, beyond the wooden fence, was hundreds of acres of wooded area, making for quiet nights. Back then, I really loved quiet nights. I remember the smell of spaghetti as Dommy wolfed down 2 big bowls. I was really surprised at how much he ate. I was really proud that he loved my cooking, and even sent a boastful text to his mom. He settled down in his pajamas and curled up on the couch. It was about 9 p.m. when I sat next to him. I was a part-time student with a full-time job, so I was really exhausted. I looked at Dommy and I asked, "Well, is it time for bed yet?" "Maybe for you," he responded in a sassy, playful voice. I had a real sweet spot for Dommy, and I still do. I allowed him to stay up a little bit longer, but I told him to be in bed by 10:30. He agreed and he continued watching his show. Shortly after, I went to my room and cracked the door. As tired as I was, I probably
Yo,
felt
no, bro, no. No, bro. See, this is where you mess up. Like, if you babysitting somebody, bro, don't leave them up by themselves, bro. I promise you. Like, don't leave them up by themselves. This is where you mess up. Like, it don't matter, like, how protected your house is. Like, bro, never leave a kid up by themselves, bro. Like, never, never leave them up by themselves. Unless they're, like, old enough. Only time you leave a kid up by themselves, if you babysitting them, is if they're 15 up or older with proper home training. Other than that, do not leave them up by themselves. Do not. If they're under 10, dude, I don't care how much house training they have, bro. Don't leave them up by themselves, bro. I'm telling you, don't leave them.
asleep as soon as my head hit the pillow.
Yo.
I remember having a bad dream before Dami woke me up by shaking my bed. He then let out an aggressive whisper. "Aunt Claire, wake up." I was startled so badly that I let out a yelp. "Yeah, baby, what's wrong?" I asked. I'm hungry," he said. He sounded strange, almost like he was frightened. "Hungry?" I asked. "You ate 2 big bowls of spaghetti."
Yeah, like this is
"I know." He paused and looked at me with frightened eyes. "I want more." Looking back, I'm really ashamed to say that I was upset with him and that I took an angry tone.
Alright, sorry folks, we just had an ad. And let's get back to the video.
No, I'm not a morning person, and certainly not a wake me up in the middle of night person.
Bro, you gotta have common sense, bro. He's okay, like sometimes you just gotta have common sense. So like you gotta have some type of common sense or IQ. He's waking you up. Okay, first of all, look at her face. I mean, this is society. But he's waking you up, okay? He's waking you up. He's saying he's hungry. He just had 2 big bowls of spaghetti. 2 big old bowls, right? Ain't no way he's hungry. So you gotta wonder there's something else going on. You gotta have some IQ.
"Dami, it's nearly midnight. You promised to be in bed. Call it a night and I'll make you some breakfast in the morning." I jerked the blankets and then rolled over, shutting my eyes.
Bro.
Not 10 seconds passed before he shook the bed again, whispering, "I really need a bowl of spaghetti. Right now." I turned over, not believing how difficult he was being. He had never misbehaved like this and was always polite.
Okay, if he never misbehaved like this, was always polite. There's something going on. Look at his face. Look at his face. There's something going on, bro. At this point, you just gotta follow the kid. Bro, just do whatever the child wants because, bro, you gotta have some common sense. He just ate. Okay, hold on. He ate 2 big old bowls of spaghetti. He's saying he's hungry and he needs it right now. There's something going on. You have to have common sense. Come on now.
I stared at him in disbelief. "Fine," I said, crawling out of bed. I walked with him through the dark house to the kitchen. Before we could make it to the fridge, he grabbed my wrist. He stared at me with tears in his eyes. His little body trembled and squatted down. "What's wrong, Dami?" And he then whispered something that shook my core. "There's a man in your bedroom. He's under your bed." "What? No," I said in disbelief.
Get out of the house. Get out of the house. Get out of the house. No, Bro, my eyes are watering. Hold on. Bro, because stuff like this just always creeps me out. I'm not a paranoid person, but I don't care. Like, anytime I come back home, before I do anything, I check. Like, I check. Under my bed, in the closet, like, I check. I check places. Like, everywhere I check before I do anything. Before I lay down, before I feel comfortable. Even when I wake up, I don't care if the door was already locked. I'm checking everywhere. Like, even in my mom's room. I check. Because, bro, you never know. You got to check. You never know. So, if I'm the babysitter, I'm going outside. I'm calling the cops. And then once the cop come, I'm going to be like, okay, tell them what you saw. Y'all go in the house If it's not a man, I'ma discipline the kid. If it is a man, congratulations, we gonna get some ice cream. Just yeah, you gotta have IQ, bro. You gotta have some type of common sense.
No one's under my bed. There is.
Oh my god, like the kid is crying, he's crying, he's shaking. He's crying and he's shaking, bro. Saying somebody's under your bed. Are you
I don't want him to know that I know. I had to get you in here. As Dami finished a sentence, we then heard a rustling down the hallway. The noise coming from my room. We were both paralyzed in fear. We had no idea what to do. Dami began crying.
You're near the kitchen. You're near the kitchen. Get a knife. Get a knife. You're near the kitchen.
Boosted me into action. I scooped him up and unlocked the back door. I jetted and entered the pitch black backyard. Once I was out there, holding Dami, my heart dropped as I came to a realization. My cell phone was on the dresser, next to my...
Oh my gosh. Fucking idiot. Now you're by yourself. Your neighbor is probably like not a 30 miles down. Like now you're dead, bro. It's just now you either gotta go kill the man or you just gotta run and pray. Just run and pray. Like
bed. As quickly as I could, I then ran with Dami right through a side gate and into the front yard. I stubbed my toe on something. I can still remember how terribly it hurt, but I kept moving. I saw my destination down the street, my closest neighbor. Their garage door was open, and I saw the silhouette of a man inside of it. It was the longest, most terrifying run of my life. There was nothing but blackness around me as my bare feet ran on the pavement. I almost expected to be tackled by the intruder that was inside my house, but I wasn't. I made it to my neighbor's house and called the police. The police came, lights and sirens. They checked inside my house, but they didn't find the intruder.
now you gotta move.
They did, however, find that my bedroom window was wide open. The strange man likely fled into the woods after hearing Dami and I's conversation. To this day, I don't know who was under my bed or how or when they got there. For a really long time, I convinced myself that it was my crazy ex-boyfriend Drew from a few years back. But I changed my mind after running into Drew at an Olive Garden, where he then introduced me to his wife. I dream of different endings to my experience. Oftentimes I wake up in a trembling sweat because Dami and I were killed violently.
Congratulations, you just earned yourself a Platinum Menace to Society badge, bro. Close all the schools down right now.
Cause like, if you don't catch the intruder, like even if somebody somebody breaks into your house, right? Somebody breaks into your crib. If you get that man caught, 9 times out of 10, he knows where you live. He's gonna come back and finish the job. Cause he's mad at you. You got him caught up. And he ain't gonna let that slide. So it's either you move or you upgrade your security. The smarter decision would be to move.
As close as we used to be. We only text when I ask how Dami's doing. She says that Dami still loves me, but he'll never ever stay with me again. And I can't say I blame him.
When I was around 7 years old, my family and I moved into an old house. It was a really big house with 4 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, 2 living rooms, and even had a...
Hey, see, I'm sorry for pausing, but like, I'm trying to say for I know y'all probably don't care, but like, I'm trying to give y'all life advice. Like, if you live in a big house and you leave and go on vacation, before you settle into the house, just check every room, check every spot, check the attic, check the basement. Because I remember seeing a story of a dude. He went on vacation, then he came back, and he didn't even check. He just got back to living his regular life. Whole time it was a dude living in that house. While he was going, the dude snuck in the house. He was living there. He was literally living there. And then as the dude came back, he was still living there. but he would only like go around the house when he's sleeping. Bro, this bro, y'all, I'm giving y'all life advice, bro. If you leave, it don't matter where you go, bro. If you leave, if you leave to go somewhere, especially away for a long time, if when you come back, check your house. Check it.
A dumbwaiter. It was at least 80 years old
Check the
and was in
front and the
pretty good
backyard. Check
condition
the
for a
roof.
house that old. My parents both worked 12-hour shifts at a hospital and would oftentimes have to get a sitter for me. My current babysitter, who I looked up to dearly, had moved away over 2,000 miles to another state to start her career in law. Needless to say, I wasn't doing well because of it. She had been with us for over 6 years and even considered her as family. Anyway, with her now gone, my parents had to look for a new
And I understand how
babysitter.
it feels to lose, like,
We had lived in
family,
a town where there
family
weren't
member.
many sitters,
Notice
meaning there was a better chance for them to have low
you
reviews.
wish they'd come back. No.
Thankfully, we had found one
Yo,
who lived in walking distance
but
that
yeah,
had
when
4-star
it was
reviews, which wasn't bad but still
family member
convenient.
leaves, and then
Her
wish
name
they
was
came back.
Sandra, and she seemed really nice. She was 24, attended college, and was apparently really good with kids. We'd play games together, she'd help me with my homework, watch TV, etc. My parents got along well with her, and as the weeks went by with her as my new babysitter, I started to see her a lot like my previous one. While all of this was great for both my parents and I, something happened during a visit that would change my whole perspective of her. It was a Friday night, and my parents were on a weekend trip to the Bahamas for their anniversary, and I was with Sandra. She had bought me some pizza and sat down with me to watch SpongeBob to keep me company.
Hey, even if like like even if you bro, like if you can warn your parents about your babysitter, like watch your babysitter, like watch how they move, watch how they act. Like if you feel like a babysitter is sketch, like bro, just tell your parents. Like just get it. Just either tell your like just try or record them. I don't care. Record the babysitter and like just try to catch them doing something weird and just get them up out of there. If you feel like the babysitter is not the right one, let your parents know. And don't just sit there just to sit there and suffer with the babysitter. If it's a bad babysitter or you have a feeling it's a bad babysitter, bro, like just get rid of them. Like just get out of there.
We watched for about an hour or so before she tells me to get ready for bed. Now, I was never the rebellious type of kid, so I complied and went up to bed to go to sleep. I fall asleep almost instantly and probably slept for a good 2 hours or so when I woke up to a steady banging noise. It was pretty loud, especially from my room, and kind of sounded like someone hitting a hammer against a wooden door. I turn on my light and quietly tiptoe down the stairs to the living room where the noise was coming from. I descend into the living room where the light was on, and what I saw next will forever stay with me. Sandra had been facing the back door while forcefully hitting her head on it.
Bro,
on the floor was a small...
Get out, 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 get out. Bro, I promise you, bro. I'm tearing up, bro. I'm tearing up. Like, bro, if I saw this, bro, I'm a big dude. I ain't gonna say I'm fat. I'm a big dude, and I can't really run that fast. But like, if my life is on the line, or I feel like my life is in danger, like bro, people say I run in slow motion. But like, bro, if I feel like my life is threatened or I'm about to die, like you can ask anybody, bro. Like if I feel like I'm about to get harmed, like, bro, I ain't saying I turn into Tyreek Hill, but like, bro, I turn into like prime Deshaun Watson or Patrick Mahomes, bro. Like I'm gone. I'm jetting.
puddle of blood that was coming from her nose, as well as blood dripping down the door.
Why are you still standing there? Run.
Being only 7, I tried to process as to what I was seeing, but I was just simply petrified. I let out a loud scream across the house and got on the house phone to dial 911. I spoke with the operator, trying my best to describe what it was that I was seeing. All the while, I'm screaming at Sandra to please stop, but she didn't seem to care or acknowledge me. I'm still on the phone with the police, giving them my address and to please come as soon as possible. The police heard the banging in the background and arrived in minutes with 3 officers restraining Sandra.
Why are y'all arresting her? I mean, technically she's not doing nothing wrong. Why y'all arrested her? She's not doing nothing wrong. I mean, she's just hitting her head on the door. It's not illegal, right?
She tried to resist no matter what, leaving one of the officers with no choice but to tase her. They called for an ambulance, and one of the officers called my parents, letting me know the situation. That night, my aunt came to stay with me at her house until my parents got back. As for Sandra, she had been rushed to the hospital where she regained consciousness and suffered from severe injuries. According to my parents, Sandra doesn't remember any of it or what had happened. All she remembered was her on the couch with her phone when she felt dizzy and got up until everything went black. Till this day, it's still unclear as to what had happened that day or what it was. Either way, it's one of the most horrifying encounters I've ever witnessed.
Bad, folks, my bad.
This is a story that happened to me when I was around 24 years old.
Oh.
I recently moved to Boston for an internship to help prepare for my field of study since I had just graduated from school.
Oh.
However, it wasn't a paid internship, and the money I did make was from my disability insurance.
Oh.
This meant that I had to find a job in order to make income. After days of searching for jobs, I finally found one as a part-time babysitter. I was good with children and figured babysitting wouldn't be bad for a first job. However, little did I know that those expectations
What kind of disability she got?
were far from true. Ever since I had moved, I had babysat for a while now and have dealt with many different kids.
Oh my god, I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I forgot it's not the kids. I forgot it's not the kid. It's the oh, I'm tripping. My bad.
But this kid takes the prize. I won't disclose personal information about her, but we'll call her Rachel. Rachel was around 9 and was the small blonde girl who was obsessed with dolls. She
oh my, no, bro, no, man, no, bro. That's my biggest fear, dog. That's my biggest fear, bro. That's my biggest fear, bro. I remember going to this one girl house. I really liked her until like I got in her room. I seen like she had a whole bunch of dolls, bro. I ain't gonna say I ran out of her room, but then she was like, "Let's sit down and watch TV." But like, I did not like, no. Like after that, bro, I said I had to go. Like I pretended my mom was calling me, bro. Like it's just dolls. They just creep me out. Like ever since I saw Chucky and Annabelle, like bro, I don't like dolls. That's why I don't have them. When I was younger, I had I didn't even have a doll. I had a stuffed animal. It was a Batman stuffed animal, bro. I wish I still had that. You know, it tore up though, so we threw it. But like, I just have this big fear of dolls, bro. Like any girl that have dolls, it's just scary. Like that one girl that I like when I went out, like bro, I left. I left. I'm not staying there, bro. Then the dolls were facing us. The dolls was facing us. I was like, no, I'm not.
Basically, liked any type of dolls. Antique dolls, rag dolls, Barbie dolls, you name it. One time, I had babysat for her for 2 days
I'm not
as her
babysitting no
parents would
kid
be out
like
of
that,
town.
bro. And look, I don't have nothing against people with dolls, okay? So I don't have nothing against them. It's just me personally, I don't like dolls. I just don't like dolls. I just don't like them. I don't like dolls. I don't. I just don't.
She was nice, but wasn't very talkative, and just mainly played with her dolls and tended to them. I would be staying in the guest bedroom, and, of course, there were dolls. I remember this one porcelain.
Bro, bro, my eyes are starting to tear up, bro. Oh, it's starting to tear up. I'm starting to cry. Oh my god, bro. Bro, I remember having this one dream, bro. I'm tilting my screen down. Hold on. Like I remember this one dream like I had, bro, and then it was just like it was this girl, right? And then we was just friends. I didn't like her. She didn't like me. It was just cool. And then like we was just hanging out. We was in her house, and then her house had full of dolls. Like and then it was all facing us. And then I remember we was just chilling that whole day. We played games. We played movies. And then we was just chilling. And then, bro, I stayed the night at the house, but like when it came time to sleep, all I remember is just I was just sleeping, and then I woke up, bro. When I tell you, all them dolls, including her, was just staring at me with like a smile. Ever since then, I never liked dolls. Like I never liked them. I never liked dolls. And then this doll right here.
If you really think I'm finna sit in a room with a doll like that, no, I'm leaving. I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm quitting. I'm out. No.
Doll sitting on a chair beside the bed I'd be sleeping
Like,
in.
look at him, bro. Look at her. Look at the doll. Look at the doll. If you really think I am about to babysit you with that doll in the house, no, I'm out. I'm quitting. I'm calling the
It
parents.
was a
I'm like,
very
I'm out, bro.
unnerving
I quit.
doll.
I quit.
The type where it felt like you were being watched by it whenever you moved. I thought nothing of it and just got ready for bed and made sure Rachel was asleep. It was around 11 p.m. and I had got ready for bed and went to sleep with ease.
Bro, it's just like I don't know, bro. It's just like me. I'm not like you. I'm not letting this happen, bro. Like I'm not gonna sleep in a room with a doll. I don't care who house I'm at. I could be at my girl house. If I'm sleeping in a room with her, if she has a doll in there, I do not care what the doll looks like. No, we gotta get that doll out of here. I'm not sleeping. I don't care if it's not facing us. I don't care if it's on the floor. You gotta get the doll out of the room. Better yet, out of the like off the premises. You gotta throw that in the trash somewhere. And then put the trash on like the street. Like, no, I'm not sleeping in a room with no dolls. No, I'm not. No.
I'd say I slept for a good hour or so before waking up to the sound of something in the room. I wake up.
No, I'm about to click off. 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 I'm about to click off the video. I'm about to click off. Oh my god, I'm about to click off. I'm about to click off. Sorry for pausing the video so much, bro, but it's just I'm about to click off. I'm about to click off. I can't prepare myself for this. I don't care, bro. I can't.
Up and take a look at the clock and saw that it was 1 a.m. The second I turned on the light, I take a look around the room and see that the doll's head.
Oh, I'm about to click off. 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 Bro, I have a huge fear
Had
of
been
dogs. I'm about to
rotated
click off. No, I'm
backwards.
about to click off. I'm about to click off. I'm
Thinking
about
it
to
was
click off.
probably Rachel pulling a joke, I turned the doll's head and went over to her room. However, Rachel seemed to be fast asleep and didn't seem like she had gotten out of bed. I shut her door and go back to my room, and the doll had now fallen off the chair.
No, I'm gonna click off. I'm gonna click off. I'm gonna click off. No, I'm gonna click off. I'm gonna click off. I'm gonna click off. I'm about to click off. No, no, no. I'm gonna click off. No.
I didn't even dare touch it and just shut the door and slept on the couch.
Thank you, 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 thank you. I think I forgot to tell her something. Thank you. Thank you. You have some IQ. Thank you, bro. You are not white no more. You are light skinned at this point, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Morning came, I wasn't gonna bother Rachel with questions about the doll, so I ignored it and waited for the parents to arrive. I got paid and left the house and refused to babysit for Rachel again. When they did call me, I simply declined and claimed that I had gotten another job.
Facts, I'm out.
I haven't experienced anything paranormal like that again, and I have moved past it. This story has shocked me to my core ever since.
Oh my god, no, bro. No, see this, no. See, kids like this, like, bro, kids like this, like, she knew what she was doing. That's why she told her to go sleep in that room. She knew what she was doing. 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 Kids like this, like, nah, bro. I don't care if I'm a daughter or not, bro. We gotta throw hands. Nah, bro. You gotta see me in the street or the grass, bro. Wherever you want to fight. Like, you gotta see me, bro.
And I've even developed a fear of dolls. When I see one, I always walk away.
See, even, no, bro. They know what they doing, bro. They know what they doing, bro. Nah, bro. I know what they tried to do. They tried to let the dog get her, like, they tried to let the dog kill her so they can steal her belongings. That's what they tried to do. Nah, bro.
About 11, my family and I moved into a new home in Los Angeles. It wasn't anything too big, just a one-storied home appropriate for a family of 3. I attended a private school in the city and was a naturally socially awkward child. This will be important in the story later. I'd also like to mention that I have autism, meaning it was hard for me to make friends and interact with others. Both my parents were fully aware of this and had made me go through therapy and other medication to help me with it. While it did improve a little bit, I still had some challenges I had to deal with. Anyway, we had moved to Cali as my dad had other work there with a higher salary. This meant that he'd most of the time be working and not at the house. I mean, my mom would sometimes watch over me, but she worked too and would sometimes have to get a babysitter. My current babysitter, who I adored, had recently moved over 2,000 miles away for a better job. It was sad, but that was the reality, and we had to find another sitter. Eventually, my mom had found me a new sitter who wasn't like the old one, but was still manageable. Her name was Luna, and she claimed to be just 19 years old. She was nice, but had a few issues that I began to take notice from for the first few visits. While it wasn't anything too concerning, they were very much noticeable. At first, it was relatively minor things like twitching and loss of focus.
No, get her out, bro. No. I just had a flashback. Like, I remember, like, seeing, like, a horror story of see this right here. This, I remember seeing, like, a story of a woman. She would twitch a lot. She would lose focus. Turns out, bro, she was a whole, like, she wasn't even human. She was a demon. She was a whole demon. Like, bro, you gotta get her out.
However, these things began to turn into bigger problems, all the way from talking to herself to sometimes asking me weird questions. I could only assume that she had some sort of disorder and remembered feeling sympathy toward her. The first night I met Luna was when both of my parents had their anniversary, and another time where they both had work. I'd say these tics didn't arise until the third visit of babysitting, where I started to take notice. But the more she babysat me, the worse the tics would get. It wasn't until one night, though, where she did something that really pushed the limit. It was Valentine's Day of 2014, and my parents had gone out in the city for a nice dinner.
Oh.
This meant that I would be home with Luna until they got back. For the first hour, she helped me with my homework, and then we played a game. Things went well for the most part, and even though I barely interacted with her, I wasn't rude. I remember giving her a hard time when it was my bedtime that night. It was stupid of me.
Bro, no, like, see, even with babysitters, cause like, bro, you gotta think, like,
But keep in mind,
my bad, but you gotta think, like, bro, this why I preach to people. See your face. This is what I'm telling people, like, you gotta be nice to people, like, at all. Like, I even tell this to my brother, my mama, my sister, my dad. Like, I always preach to them, bro. You gotta be nice to people, like, no matter what, bro. Just be, unless they do something to you, bro. Don't just be mean to people, bro. Be nice. Because at the same time, even though she is his babysitter, technically she's a stranger. And if she want to, she knows your parents won't be back for a while. So she can do something to you and leave. And y'all will never hear from her again. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, so I always tell people, bro, be nice to people. Because they can do you something.
I was an 11-year-old boy that didn't want to sleep. Eventually, however, I ended up complying and went to sleep without any problems.
See how she is? Like, why this dude is sleeping? Like, she can literally do something to him, bro. Like, that's why I'm always saying, like, bro, if you want to stay up, like, okay, if I had a babysitter, like, okay, serious with my grandma, like, when she would tell us to go to sleep, if I wanted to stay up, I would be like, Mama, can we please just stay up for a little bit, just more like 30 minutes, please? And if she say no, I'm like, all right, take the loss. If she say yeah. Just like, you gotta have manners with it, bro. Like, don't give them a hard time, bro. They're the adult, you are a kid. Respect your elders.
Looking back, however, I'd say I slept for a good few hours or so before I awoke to my bedroom door being opened. Thinking it was just a draft, I thought nothing of it and went back to sleep. However, that was when I hear my door open a little more, and there was someone standing in the corner of my room. The figure then...
Oh, see, this is what I'm saying. This is why you be nice to people, bro. This is why you be nice to people, bro. Because you gave her a hard time. It don't matter what you do to people. They are always going to remember that. And if they want to take revenge at any time of the moment, they will wait till the perfect time to take revenge. Look what she has in her hand, people. It is not a weapon. It is not a Glock. It is a drill. It is a drill. It is a drill. Now, she is going to do something to this kid because he gave her a hard time. That's why I always tell people, this is technically me. I ain't gonna say I'm scared of people, but I always like to be nice to people. Like, no matter, like, okay, now if I know you, I'm gonna joke around with you and stuff. Like, especially if we playing basketball. If we just chilling playing and you shoot the ball, I'm gonna be like, oh, we all know he bought a brick. But if I see like you really like you mad, and if I see like you sad that you like actually not playing good, like I know my limits. I'm gonna start like, I'm gonna start cheering you up and stuff, But like, if we just joking playing, then yeah. But like, I know my limits.
Then slowly walks over toward me, coming to a complete stop. At first, I couldn't see who it was, but as my eyes adjusted to the darkness, my light from my nightlight revealed Luna standing at the edge of my bed. I turn on my light, and Luna immediately apologizes, telling me she's sorry and that she tends to sleepwalk.
A bullshit?
Bullshit.
In her hand was one of my dad's power drills with the battery taken out. She went on with more excuses while trying to tell two separate stories about why she had it. Of course, being only 11, I had my suspicions, but it wasn't.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Later that night, my parents had come home and paid her. It was.
God, bro, this child, dog. She came in your room with a drill. Come on, bro. Jesus, Lord. She came in your room with a drill. She noticed you looked at her, bro. She noticed you saw her. She noticed you were able to defend yourself. So she stopped. Come on, what's up with these kids in this generation, bro? You got no IQ, man.
It wasn't until the next morning where I woke up and told my parents about Luna and what she did.
Oh my God, why you didn't tell? Why you gonna wait till the next morning, bro? Why you gonna wait till the next morning, bro? Like, it's too late now. They already gave her the money. Like,
They, of course, flip out and attempted to call Luna multiple times. My mom had also found empty bottles of her prescription medication gone.
She was popping, bro. She was popping.
However, Luna denies any wrongdoing, and police couldn't actually do anything since she technically didn't commit a crime. It all makes no sense, and it doesn't till this day. Luna never babysat for me again after that, and I hope I never see or hear from her again. I still will never know for sure what she was.
What the hell is even that?
Power drill, and it still haunts me from time to time.
My guy. Put two and two together. You gave her a hard time. Okay. All right. She was popping pills. All right. She has a drill in her hand. All right. You cut on the light. You were able to defend yourself. And she stopped. Let's put two and two together, people. If he was still sleeping, he would have been out of there.
I'm a 17-year-old girl who would babysit for a family I knew well. My younger sister was friends with the little boy from the family. We'll call him Chris for privacy reasons. I was really close with Chris's younger sister, Lily, which is the main reason their mother had asked me to babysit for them. I was honestly excited, as I really enjoyed spending time with Lily, and Chris too. Their mom was going out to dinner with friends, and she wouldn't be home until much later in the night. The night of babysitting approached, and everything had been fine. I'd been playing some Minecraft with the two of them for quite a while, and later ordered a pizza for us all to share. Eventually 9 p.m. approached, and it was the kids' bedtime. The excitement must have wiped them out, because they didn't fight me at all on the curfew. Once they were both asleep in their rooms, I sat on the couch in the living room and watched Netflix. Behind the living room was the staircase leading to the upstairs, so from where I was sitting, I could see if someone went upstairs. I was about halfway into an episode of my show when I then heard footsteps coming from down the stairs, assuming it was either Chris or Lily. I called out both of their names. No answer.
Right in there, get up. Right in there, get up. Get up. Right in there, get up. That's why if I hear a suspicious sound, and if I notice, and if I notice suspicious sound, honestly, I don't care who I'm in the house with. I'm calling out. I'm gonna be like, hey, somebody over there? And if I hear yeah, I'm gonna be like, okay. If I hear no, I'm getting up and I'm going to inspect. I'm getting up.
I'd guessed I either imagined it, or it was just one of them getting up to use the bathroom or something. I either imagined it, or it was
This is blood. Oh no, this is hair. Okay.
It's just one of them getting up to use the bathroom or something.
Call out some
I continued to watch my show
Oh my god.
until I saw something in the reflection of the grandfather clock right next to the TV. There was a faint outline of a little girl leaning over the railing of the stairs.
Hurry up and get up.
I was relaxed initially, as I figured it was just Lily who had woken up.
Oh, get up, dude. Like, the kids are sleeping. God, bro, I'm sick of these no IQ people, bro. Like, you know the kids are sleeping. You see a figure. Get up and look.
I turned from the couch to look at the stairs, only to be met with an empty staircase. There was nobody there.
Oh, you gotta leave.
I whipped my head back around to face the grandfather clock, and the reflection was gone. I felt my stomach plummet.
Y'all really think I'm standing there? Y'all really think I'm standing there? Running upstairs, waking both of these kids up, and I'm asking, waking both of these kids up, running outside, and I'm asking them both, were y'all downstairs? Did y'all ever come downstairs? Did y'all come downstairs? If they say no, I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the police. I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the cops.
And my heartbeat started to spike. Unnerved, I paused the TV and looked back at the staircase. Nothing. Maybe the reflection had just been from the TV and I had been mistaken.
Dude.
That was the only plausible explanation. The only way I was going to find out for sure, though, is if I checked both kids. Reluctantly, I got up and I walked up the staircase. I opened the door to Chris's room to find him sound asleep.
I'm waking him up. I don't care. I'm waking you up. Hey, bro. Yo, get up. I'm waking you up. Did you ever come downstairs? He say no? Okay, come with me. Come with me.
Then made my way over to Lily's room,
Come with me.
only to find her asleep as well.
Oh my gosh, you idiot, bro. You about to die. You about to die. You about to die.
I walked further into her room just to double check if she was really fully asleep. And she was. My heart still racing. I was simply left confused. What the hell had I seen in the reflection if Lily was genuinely asleep? I turned to leave the room, only to stop dead in my tracks. There was a girl standing in the hallway.
Wake him up.
A girl who definitely wasn't Lily.
Wake him up.
She was sickeningly pale and wearing a white nightgown. I felt like my heart was going to come up my throat. Frozen in fear, it took a few seconds to come back to reality and then slam the door and lock it.
Alright.
I just stood there leaning against
No! The other kid! No! The other kid! No! Man! Now he about to die. Oh,
the door for a solid minute, heart racing, breathing heavy.
Oh my god.
That's when I then heard a knock on the door, and I jumped, screaming bloody murder. Hey, it's just me, I heard Chris say from the other side of the door. A huge wave of relief then washed over me, and I opened the door. He had just stared at me, watching me in this unnerved state, with wide eyes and a concerned look. What's wrong? He asked me. Lily had woken up as well, sitting up in bed with a confused expression. I didn't want to scare either of them, so I lied.
I'm sorry for pausing, but it's like, it's just irritating. It's just irritating. It's just...
I was just watching a scary movie downstairs when I came up to check on you guys, and I guess I was just caught off guard. Sorry for waking you. They both went back to bed, and I returned back downstairs to try and become calm again. I resumed my TV show. I was reaching the end when I suddenly had the urge to look in the reflection once again. Big mistake. I looked back, only to see the clear face of a young girl, the one from the hallway. I paused my show immediately and sprung off the couch. I sprinted out of the house and went out to my car, locking the doors.
Oh my, You left the children in the. Idiot. You left the kids in the house. You see an intruder. There's knives and weapons in the house. Oh my gosh. This is stupid.
With shaking hands, I called my mom and then told her everything that happened. She sounded skeptical, and I'm still unsure to this day if she believes me, but she then insisted that I don't leave Chris or Lily alone. I really didn't want to leave them, but I didn't want to be in the house with this ghost either.
Run the car now.
After talking on the phone, my mom agreed to stay on the phone with me while I stayed there until their mother had come back home. After that night, their mother had asked me to babysit again, but I turned her down politely. It's not that I didn't like the kids. There was just no way in hell I was going to deal with that again. I had decided to do some research on the history of the house to see if I was simply delusional or if there was in fact a paranormal presence in the house. And to my horror, I'd found an article about the house where a little girl had passed away from pneumonia. She had passed away in what was currently Lily's room, and it was the same exact face that I'd seen in the reflection of the grandfather clock.
It wasn't the job that I had imagined having while I was a senior in high school.
By the way, y'all, please have IQ. Don't be like these brain dead NPCs. Please don't. Have IQ. Do an IQ test. If you don't have IQ, please somehow gain IQ, please. Or common sense.
School.
Something.
I was paid a decent rate by the hour for watching kids that only needed to have an adult around while their parents were out. I know exactly what you're thinking. Why would you willingly waste your time watching children when you could have been working retail or some other halfway decent job? Am I close? Well, as you can imagine, the majority of kids I've looked after were happy, normal children, but my sister's children, let me get to that. Here's a little background just to help you better understand why I don't foresee myself having children.
Off rip. He just looks unsettling off rip.
Children anytime soon, if ever. I'm a male and a social outcast at that. I was 16 when my mom told me that I'd be babysitting for my older sister. Naturally, I shrugged it off as it were no big deal because, what's the worst that could happen, right? My sister needed to go out of town on a business trip for 2 days, which then caused my mom to decide that I was the right candidate for the job. I learned very quickly that kids are hungry literally every 5 minutes, and they have no respect for the babysitter, and they are totally out of control without their parents around. That was a bummer. Kids are perceived as sweet, innocent, and all-around pure, yet I have first-hand experience on just how truly creepy some kids can be. I have been around my nieces and nephews dozens of times before, so there wasn't any reason for me to think that they were a bit peculiar, aside from the fact that I walked in on Nat, short for Natalie, attempting to sacrifice her sister to the devil in order to bargain for immortality by shoving Lux's hand into a blender. Luckily, I was able to pry her away from the blender before she could turn it on. I had been watching them for less than 20 minutes when that incident occurred. Fast forward to this first afternoon, the kids were playing in the toy room, so I decided to watch television before doing my homework. I was in the middle of a funny movie when Mike cut the side of my neck with scissors. He drew a pentagram on the floor with ketchup, chanted something in a language that I didn't recognize, it probably made it up, and locked Jay in the basement. Tony was the good kid who explained that Mike was trying to summon a demon, someone that is close to the devil so that he could bargain Jay's soul for immortality. Mike angrily hissed at me when the plan didn't work. I swear to God, those freaking creepypastas they watch really don't help them. It was then that I learned that they had a crazy obsession with vampires. The need to be immortal and trying to draw blood from people is their way to fulfill the desire to be like the people in movies or books. These kids were actually trying to figure out ways that they could become immortal without having to stay so small for all of eternity. I thought that was a bit unhealthy. I still have no
I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I was to stay, like, with these kids, right? And off like if I get out of those chains, okay, you walking up to me with scissors, bloody scissors, and you don't do me nothing. You just standing there looking at me, talking, saying da 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 da. If I get out of those chains or that handcuff, bro, you're dead. You're dying. It's over. It's over. I'm not about to let you walk out of there while you had me handcuffed to some pipe and you walking up to me with some scissors, bloody scissors. It's over. You not walking out of that house alive. It's over.
No idea how the internet or horror movies, when their
It's
parents
over.
weren't looking, really activated this,
Oh
but
yeah.
I'm honestly still scared of what could have happened.
Oh yeah. Right then and there.
Nat was
If
the
I get
eldest
out of there,
child.
you done.
She was the bad influence on her siblings.
I'm
She was
you
the
on
entire
chin and the
reason
teeth.
why everything went down on the second night. I was studying for a
catching a
calculus
toenail
test
in
that
the
I had the
leg.
next day. The kids were supposed to be playing in the backyard, which was the mistake. All I really remember about studying is that I had been exhausted
Oh.
from chasing around those brats the night before because I ended up falling asleep at the kitchen table. I woke up sometime in the afternoon with my hands and feet
My gosh, bro. Like, why would you fall asleep around these kids? Like these type of kids, like I would never fall asleep around. And if I do fall asleep, I'm not gonna be near them. Like, look, they got you tied up, dog. Like I'm not trying to sound like a tough dude. I don't harm kids, but at the same time, bro, you just like you gotta do what you gotta do, bro. Kids like this, they not gonna stop till you do something to them. Like it's never gonna end.
tied to a metal pipe in the basement, while my deranged nieces and nephews stood over me with a weird look in their eyes.
Delusional, mentally
I
ill
struggled for a
people.
good 10 minutes to free myself from that stupid rope as they chanted some weird language again. I assumed that they were really trying to sacrifice me. However, I was relieved when I saw one of the cats knock a candle off the windowsill. The carpet and lengthy silk curtains immediately caught fire, which caused the kids to untie me. We rushed out of the house and to safety just in time to watch the house burn, literally to the ground. I stood motionless for what seemed like hours before eventually the police were called by the neighbors. I called my mom to come get the kids before being questioned by police for over 3 hours. The detective that was interrogating me surely was about to arrest me, but the fire department later ruled that the fire was an accident. My sister angrily barged into my room once she arrived home and informed me that I was no longer allowed to babysit her kids again.
Good. 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 I would have said thank you. Thank you. I would have gave you a handshake and looked you dead in your eye and said thank you. You just blessed me. Thank you. Thank you.
And literally almost beat me senseless if it wasn't for my parents stopping her fury. I cried tears of joy at the news and
You really think you about to lay your hands on me after I almost just got sacrificed by your like menace, not even menace, just like demonic creatures to human, to like just human existence of kids. Like you really think I'm about to let you lay your hands on me after I just went through that? Like, really? It's like,
never babysat again. I tried to explain the story to both the detectives and my family, though my nieces and nephews' stories all apparently corroborated against my own, and there was nothing I could do. Needless to say, I never visited their family again, both by being shunned and by choice. Natalie and the other kids all grew out of the vampire phase from what I heard once they hit junior high, and acquired less creepy, less dangerous interests. I'm 28 years old now, incredibly
I'm not watching none of this. I'm not even gonna have outro. Have a good day, fellas, ladies, elderly people, dogs, animals, creatures, aliens, whatever. Bye.